The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now here's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got this down to the 35.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes caught. Kelsey left side. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 26. Miles Sanders first carry of the game, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on second down, Hurts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. $35 yards that time on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the 35 on second down, Mahomes. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
It's Hill, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw into the hands here of Hardman. That catch good for only a couple.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 25.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts going to take this himself, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. backfield. Let's get the call.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second and 14. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
The Eagles send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he's taken down inside the 30.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 16. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 8 coming up. Hurts. Smith catches left side. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open right side, complete to Reagor. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. From the 16, Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again.
Hurts fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. It's a foot race. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there just before halftime.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing now is Mahomes.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On first down, Hurts. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. He'll drop to throw.
And once again, this is Sanders.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Nifty move. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
The Sanders has got it complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts out to his left.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Hauled in over the middle by Rager.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That'll be caught. It's Rager.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, running right is Howard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Sanders, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 44, Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Mahomes now to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes this 35-0 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Hardman on the return.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Hurts throw complete to Rager. The Eagles on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing is Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
The Eagles send out their punter now. as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, look at that. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from a yard Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd down and 12. Hard throw, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
Here's Hardman to return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.